Welcome to Champions League Immortals on BT Sport, and who better to talk us through a team of legends than the legend himself, Mr. Glenn Hoddle. Thanks for joining, Glenn. Let us know who you're starting with in goal.
Well, in goal, this is so tough. I've gone for Buffon.
Ooh, okay. So what made you choose him over everybody else?
I just see.
He hasn't won it, obviously.
No, but this team for me is a globetrotting team.
Okay.
I'm going on a world tour with this team.
Okay, so your criteria is just skills.
It's ability,
players.
the best players that have played in the
Not
Champions
the fact
League.
they've won the Champions League.
No, I mean there's players that obviously have won the Champions League, and there's fabulous players that haven't. But you know, this is where I'm going. I'm going on the old basketball, the old Harlem Globetrotters, they used to be called. I'm going with a football team around the world, and this is it.
All right, so you started with Buffon in goal. Who are you going to go for at right back?
Well, that was tough. There's so many good right backs. I was even thinking Zanetti, people like that. But I've gone with Cafu.
Many people's choice, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Why Cafu then?
Well, again, you know, 142 times he's played for Brazil.
Wow.
It's not like for any Mickey Mouse Brazil. So, and attacking wise, but he could defend as well. He could get forward. He was like a wing back, really, in a back four, but plays so high, but can defend. It was tough. You know, you couldn't get on the outside of him easily. So, yeah, Cafu, World Cup winner.
It's not too bad, that, is it? So left back, you've gone for his pal?
I've gone for his pal, another sort of wing back, really, come left winger, Roberto Carlos.
Yep. He was my choice as well.
Yeah, was he? Yeah. I mean, fantastic player.
Yeah.
Again, people used to say, well, you can, you know, better going forward, but I tell you what, he stayed on his feet so much. He didn't commit as much as people think, and not an easy player to play against, because he'd take you the other way all the time. Be a nightmare for a winger up against him.
Your formation of choice, you used to play wing backs, didn't you? Would these have been perfect for you?
They'd have been absolutely spot on. I haven't gone for three at the back because I have to get
midfielders and strikers.
Midfielders and three up there because of the names and the brilliance of the players that I was picking up there. So I had to sort of bite the bullet and go with the back four, really. You know.
Okay, so what's the partnership in the centre of the back four?
It's going to surprise you, I think, Rio.
Okay.
Because I'm going for. You have to get Maldini in your team. He finished off playing centre back, so I'm going left side centre back Maldini.
Yeah.
Superb player.
In everyone's team.
In everyone's team. Experience, but. He looked like he was 10 years older when he came in at 17, 18. Saw him play then, and he just looked like he was, you know, 10 years older than he really was. So read the game incredibly well. So Maldini I've put in there. I think Roberto Carlos as a left back had more going forward, but as a defender, one of the best in the world.
So who's partnering Maldini at centre half?
I'm going to surprise you again. It's a I know this is Champions League, as I said, but I'm going on a world tour. I think he's one of the best defenders I've ever seen, and that's Cannavaro.
Whoa.
He was two Italians in there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many good centre-backs that could have played in that position. But for me, somebody that could jump his leap and winning balls in the air, he could man-for-man mark, he could play zonal. When you talk about tackling from nipping in front of people, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. So, well, you'd appreciate that, Rio.
Yeah, no, definitely. How remarkable is it that he won the Ballon d'Or as a centre-back, the last defender to ever do it?
Absolutely. I mean, that is incredible. You know what? I worked with him, and I couldn't believe how small he was. But the leap and the timing in the air for any aerial challenges was second to none. Brilliant.
Probably the best-looking centre-half pairing I've seen in football, that one.
Not bad, is it?
So what shape are you going to go for in the midfield?
Well, I'm going to go with a three in midfield, Rio. Okay. I've tried so hard to get Stevie Gerrard in or Scholesy in. I couldn't, because there's so many names that you can't get into the team, which is frightening, really.
So who's at the base of that?
The base of that is one of the best passers, Pirlo. One of the best passers in world football. Could hit short passes and long passes. Pirlo's gift was he could take a whole team out with one pass. One pass, he could take the whole team out. So the difficult ball or the simple ball was like food and drink to him. So absolutely wonderful footballer. You know, I'd have him in any team.
He was majestic when the way he played over all distances.
Ah, just fantastic. And you know, you just knew that when the ball was in his, you know, that's another thing with this team, or I suppose everyone's team. Free kicks. Who would you have taken free kicks? There's about 6.
You'd be fighting Roberto Carlos in your team at the moment.
Well, exactly. But I've got a few up my sleeve that might even.
That's what I loved about him is that he was a danger from that deep. He was a danger.
There's that ball, Rio. That's a great example. Took the whole team out with one pass. Because if you had runners up in front of him, if he had movement, he'd just hit you. It just hit him. So wonderful player, wonderful midfield player.
So who's next to him?
Well, wow. I've gone for Xavi. I know it was.
He made my team. I've got to be honest.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he? Good, because I know a lot of people would have said like maybe Iniesta, Xavi or Iniesta, very similar players. When you think they played together in the same Barcelona side, well, they're almost impossible to get the ball off. But this fella, no, short and long, but he just kept the ball under pressure. You couldn't close Xavi down. He didn't understand the word being pressed. he really didn't. But you know, there's a few goals he scored as well. He gets in that box, but wonderful footballer, and probably didn't have Pirlo's range of passing, but knitting things together, just a footballer, just another footballer.
Could that incredible Barcelona team that we're watching here, all these clips that he's involved in, could they have achieved what they achieved without him, do you think?
Probably not. No, I think he was he was the one that linked everyone together. There was better players in Barcelona's team, funny enough. Obviously, we're going to go to Messi, but for instance. But no, I think he was a really good link player. As I say, him and Iniesta were very, very similar. And I was tossing and turning, but I've gone for Xavi in the end.
All right, so to finish off that midfield trio, who are you going to go with?
Well, this is one, I've had to bring him back. I've had to play him in a bit of it, and he's such a iconic player anyway.
When you mentioned that to me, you're going to play him a bit deeper, what was his response? Did he take it on the chin well? Do you think he was?
I'm not so sure he'd take it on the chin well, but maybe I might say, well, they're the 3 ahead of you that you can go and feed and play. He might have said, oh, OK, I understand that.
So you're meaning Zidane, yeah?
Zidane. What I call...
Would you have him a little bit like that, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe not go with the 2 and him behind. Maybe go behind, but play him...
A little bit like that. So
you'd say, go and get the ball.
Just go and have it.
You know, those 3 in midfield for me. He was an artist on a football pitch. You know, he was beautiful to watch. I'd definitely pay a lot of money to go and watch my team play, put it that way. And Zidane was an artist on the pitch. He'd done things that were special, different, it made the game beautiful. So he would be in my team without any shadow of a doubt.
Right, let's go to the sharp end of the pitch. You've got a front 3.
I've gone for a front 3 so I could get 3 in.
Start with, obviously, everybody that we've spoken to has had Ronaldo and Messi, and so I'll put them on the board. Where do you want them?
Well, because I'm going to go with my centre forward, I'm going to put Messi out on the right.
Okay.
Sort of, but does he play out on the right? No. But you know.
Well, you want him to be able to do
he'd be going in and just give him the ball. If you were struggling as a team for any result, just keep giving it. Just get him on the ball and he'll do something. And that's how good he was, you know.
Magician.
Yeah.
So where would you have Ronaldo?
Cristiano on the left-hand side, but again, roaming. I mean, those front players for me, they'd all be interchanging and moving around.
Rotations all over the place.
All sorts, you know.
What impresses you about Cristiano Ronaldo?
His desire. His desire to score goals, his desire to... See, the debate for me is Messi or Ronaldo. For me, Messi's just always going to be about ahead of him because Messi could come and play this Pirlo role. He could play it till he's 40. I don't think Ronaldo could play that role as a footballer.
Yeah.
And they're very goal-scoring. They're both goal scorers. They make goals, whatever. Beat people, all them attributes. Powerful in the air. You could see him getting in the box, you know. But a wonderful player that is, you know, just so determined. You know him better than me. So determined to get the absolute maximum out of himself and more. And a wonderful example to young kids. It really is. If you've got him at the club and he's doing what he's doing, he'll have his up and down. He'll be emotionally up and down. But if he's doing it like he's done it through his career, that he sets the pattern, he sets the standard, and you can't fall under. You know, you can't. No one can moan then, can they?
And he's become the greatest goal scorer the Champions League's ever seen. So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So who's the lucky man to be able to play in this wonderful looking football side?
Again, this is somebody that probably a lot of people might not put him because, you know, I just think when he's very, very best, he was frightening, and this is Ronaldo.
The Brazilian Ronaldo.
The Brazilian Ronaldo. Because some of them goals, you look back and you see him score. You know, Bobby Robson was manager, I believe.
Did you ever get to speak to Bobby Robson about him?
Yeah. He just said he was a one-off. That's what his words were to me. He's a one-off. He never coached anyone like that. Because there's times where he wouldn't be in the game, and then suddenly he'd beat 5 people and put it in the back of the net. And Bobby said, you just think, well, how's he done that? I don't know. You know, you didn't see it coming. He was an amazing player in many ways. So strong, pacey, movement, the whole lot. And to think to be playing these players behind him, I don't know how many he'd have scored.
So out of these players, obviously you were a coach for many years. Who would you have loved to have got your hands on as a coach and tried to help them and mould them and create that even better player than what we've seen?
Not many of them would have needed that. I would imagine Zidane might have been interesting to work with as a young player, because I saw clips of him when he was younger, funny enough, when I was Chelsea manager. And I think he suddenly, boom, went to another level. So maybe Zidane would have been lovely to work. They'd all been lovely to work with, but that would have been an interesting one if he was a young kid coming through. Ramos come into my mind. 26 times he'd been sent off, I think.
You'd like to have done something about that, wouldn't you?
Well,
or can you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You'd like to have. So that's why I thought, no, you can't. I can't trust him. So that's why I went for the 2 centre backs that I did.
All right then. Listen, brilliant, Glenn. Always interesting to talk to you when it comes to football, and thank you very much for joining us.
Absolute pleasure.
Disagree? Pick your team at btsport.com/immortals.